Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So, in this video, we're gonna talk about Miss Kimmy Cakes. She's making a bit of a viral round on social media, all because of that clip from the premiere of the Kardashians. Now guys, if you hear some noise in the background, I have the fan on, I have the AC on. Like literally, the sun is out today, even though it seems somewhat partly cloudy, but I'm already getting heat rash. Like, I don't know if you guys can see the wheels and the redness. And because it was cool last night, I was like, okay, it's cool. I'm not going to turn on the fan or anything. I'm going to save the electricity so I can save the money. Whew, I woke up with heat rash. So if you see any red blotches or spots on my neck, that's the heat rash. If my neck looks bulgy, I have Graves' disease. So that's it. You know what? I'm declaring healing in the mighty name of Jesus. I'll be healed. So let's talk about Kim, shall we? Because you know what my daughter said to me some time ago? My daughter said to me, Kim is a marketing genius and Kim knows how to propel the family name and the family brand. And she doesn't care who wants to hate her for it because she literally sees herself as a smart ass woman. So the negativity that we speak about her, it really doesn't bother her. Another thing that my daughter also said to me was that Kim and Kanye, they're still working together. They're playing mind games with the public, but it's just that they can't keep the mind games constant. They can't keep the mind games as constant as they would love to because of Kanye's mental health. And I officially believe what my little girl was telling me is definitely correct because Kim was on, I think, Good Morning America, right? You know that if you have a medical condition, you go on a TV show, you know that once something comes up medical-wise, especially, we've been hearing about brain aneurysm ever since, what's her name? Jackie O passing. She went in to do the mommy makeover. She had a brain aneurysm, allegedly. They didn't know because they didn't do any pre-scan of the brain. So because she had the brain aneurysm and she went in to do the surgery, they said the surgery ruptured the brain aneurysm and that is what killed her and not the surgery, allegedly, right? And then after that, Kim Kardashian advertised that pre-nuevo device. And I said, you know, Kim is up to something. But then a lot of people have been getting the pre-scans and finding out things. And there's one Hollywood producer who found out that she had, I think, stage 3 or 4 lung cancer. She had no sign or symptoms. She saw Kim promoting it and she was like, okay, let me try this out because the people around me, they have been getting sick. So let me try this out. You know, she did it, her husband did it, her husband's scan came back negative, hers came back positive, I think without a stage 3 or 4 cancer. And she said that she would literally have like 6 months to live, maybe if they didn't caught it at that time. So, you know, the pre-nuevo device that Kim advertised, because of that producer, people have been paying attention to it again. So, Kanye threw jabs at Kim on Twitter, called her trafficker, called her all sorts of names, right? And then I told you guys that Kim would do this as well. Whenever Kanye drags Kim, Kim is not going to say anything bad about him. And you know what? Kanye has done some horrible stuff to Kim that has been caught, that has been recorded, that Kanye doesn't want the world to see, and Kim doesn't want the world to see, right? Allegedly. Allegedly. Like horrible, violent. that Kim doesn't want the world to see and Kanye doesn't want the world to see, allegedly. So Kim being tactful, because she knows that even though Kanye has said a lot of ish, she also knows that she has to be careful with how she speaks about him because of the kids. And in all honesty as well, Kim loves Kanye. Like, she loves that man. The mere fact that Hollywood was pressuring her in taking that man to court and get full custody, because Hollywood wanted Kim to use that to ruin Kanye West. And you may hear that Ari Emanuel drops Kim from her talent agency because she didn't do that. Maybe he has dropped her and we don't know. But they were pressuring Kim to do that because they know how much it would further affect Kanye's mental health. And Kim was like, hey, no, I'm not going to do that. That's going to be of no benefit to him. It's going to be of no benefit to me or the kids. If anything, it's going to kill him. Because Kim knows that when Kanye is good, he is damn good. Like, Kanye is not just there with his kids. He's there with the cousins. He's there with everyone. And Kanye and Kris Jenner, they actually do have a special bond. They really, really do. But because of Kanye's mental illness, that bond is not there anymore. So back to the pre-nouveau. So Kim is on this morning show. I think it's Good Morning America. If I find the clip, I'm going to include it, right? So they were so concerned for Kim. They were like, oh my God, Kim, we saw this clip and it said that you had a little brain aneurysm. And then Kim emphasized it like, yeah, a little, nothing, really minor. So they were like, how is that going on? Like, what's the treatment? Have you gotten treatment? Was it fixed? And Kim was like, if you want to know more, you'll have to watch the show. That was Kim's behavior. You will never see that behavior from a person who has a genuine illness and has told the world about the illness, but when you're being asked to give some insight, guess what? You guys are going to have to watch. I guess you guys are going to have to watch the show to see that. Marketing. She's not giving anything away for free. Kim doesn't do anything for free. But what I have observed is that when she went and she did the pre-nouveau scan, and that clip has been released, every doctor on TikTok has been reacting to it. Every neurosurgeon, every doctor, every surgeon, they have been reacting to it, and they have been telling you, oh, there's a minimally invasive procedure where you can insert this into the brain and you do this. If it's minimal and extremely minimal, your doctor can keep monitoring it, but if it's something bigger, they go in and they do the surgery, it's a brain surgery. So every doctor, every surgeon, every neurosurgeon, they are now reacting to that clip because Kim is not telling you if she got it fixed and how she got it fixed. So what is that doing? It is driving traffic to the show. And that is why we saw Kanye behaving the way he was behaving over on Twitter, calling out Kim, because it's all an agreement. It's all a plan. They work together sometimes. I believe Kim and Kanye works together sometimes, not all the times, right? So now Kim's show that was dead, basically based on the numbers, it's getting revived because she's telling the world, due to the stress and the depression from her divorce with Kanye. So I know you guys saw me pausing and looking around and paying attention just now. I was wondering if I was feeling an earthquake, because normally when earthquake happens, and we've been getting a lot of earthquakes, we have an earthquake warning that was issued for us. So I was, even though I was talking, I was looking around, I was looking at the ceiling fan to see, because normally that's one of my indicators that, there's an earthquake. Sometimes there are like some big trucks that passes close by, and because of what we call a culvert, it's not a tunnel because it's not that deep. Maybe it's about like this wide open, that is used for a drainage system, and it'll have a bridge and a sinkhole. So when the heavy trucks passes over that, like if they're carrying materials and stuff, you'll have a little bit of a sensation, like a bit of a vibration. So it seems as though it was just one of those trucks that was passing by. But like hell, I'm like looking up at the ceiling fan. I'm looking at the fan before me. I'm looking around like, is it an earthquake? But thank God it's not. Listen, we have experienced so many earthquakes, but I don't like them. Like, I get so terrified of an earthquake. I know where the keys are, and I keep my keys in one place. And once there's an earthquake, I'm saying hurricane, once there's an earthquake, I enter the door and I stand in the middle of the door. There's this door here, this one, that's my closet door. I would never go and stand in a closet if there's an earthquake, because I'm going to feel claustrophobic and with my anxiety. So I have to go to the door where I can see outside and stand in the doorway, because they said that the frame of the doorway is very strong. I would not even go under my kitchen island. The kitchen island is built of concrete, and I would not even go under that. They would say to go under a desk or go under, like, if you have I'm not going under my kitchen island for no reason. I'm staying close to the door, because if it should get worse, I'm going to go outside and I'm going to stand in the clear. Like, I'm that terrified of earthquakes. But when it happens, I know what to do, and I remain calm and I remain brave, but I just don't like it. But anywho, guys, as I was saying, Kim knows what she's doing. The numbers for Keeping Up with the Kardashians will be up for this season, all because of that little stunt that Kim pulled, that Kanye pulled, and they're still working together. Kim tells us that from time to time Kanye was come over, but I don't know if they'll have a seamless partnership in the future. You know what would be damn good? If Kim and Kanye could collaborate, like build a company outside Kim's together. If Kanye could get his mental health right, I'm not tearing him down or anything. He's not bothering anyone at this point, and he's minding his own business. And I also have to be cognizant of the fact that mental health is a very selfish thing. It is so selfish. It doesn't allow you to think outside of yourself. So, I'm taking these things into consideration, taking notes of this, and I speak, wisely about Kanye going forward, because the moment when I saw that post where he says that he's fighting internally, that one hits home. But anywho, guys, let me know what's your take. Peace.